So I've been asked for a description of why I believe that I am dying, and basically why I'm doing this. So I have this autoimmune disease called Behçet's disease, Behcet, and it's causing, or it has been for many, many years, causing horrible ulcers all throughout my GI tract, mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestines, everything has ulcers. And these ulcers have been permanently damaging the nerves and muscles, and basically my GI system's ability to contract and push food through. It's been damaging that pretty much the entire time I've had this disease. I've been having symptoms my whole life, since I was like 4 or 5, and then the symptoms got really bad when I was 13, and that's when we started going to doctors for it. The first doctor was fully convinced I had herpes, and then the test came back negative, and so she treated me for herpes naturally. Give the kid antibiotics. Clearly it's herpes. She's 13. I did not have herpes. And then she was like, oh, it's just puberty. It's just stress. And she proceeded to say that for another couple of years. And later on, I saw a different doctor, and this doctor was like, that's not normal. And she ran a ton of tests, sent me to a bunch of different doctors, and almost a year later, I got my diagnosis of Behçet's disease from a rheumatologist at Phoenix Children's Hospital. She was amazing. I loved her so much. And then they sent me to a GI at Phoenix Children's Hospital. This man, I went to him and I was like, hey, I'm vomiting blood. I'm also pooping out a lot of blood. Like, there's blood everywhere. This hurts a lot and it's not normal. And the only thing that he did a couple of tests for like some bacteria, and then he was like, try a high fiber diet because you're constipated. And he diagnosed me with constipation and refused to see me again until I fixed the constipation. And the constipation was a result of the damage to my GI tract. But at that point I was like, oh, the doctor knows best, so I did what he said. Clearly the vomiting blood did not stop, and the ulcers did not stop either. I had years of trying medications for the Behçet's disease, and they just never worked really well for my body. My body is really weird about medication, so a lot of them just didn't work, or they made me even sicker, and so we stopped a lot of them and tried new ones. Currently I'm trying Remicade or infliximab, but I keep having to miss doses for endoscopies because you can't have one right after an endoscopy to change out a feeding tube. So I have what's called a G-Jet feeding tube right now, because when I was 19, my symptoms of gastroparesis got really bad, and I couldn't eat really well, and I lost like 40 pounds in 4 months. It was insane, and I wasn't even trying to lose weight, it just happened, and so I got really, really thin. I lost almost a third of my body weight. Then the doctor was really concerned, so he ran a bunch of tests. I saw a different GI. This GI, I love that man so much. He has been a true advocate. Like, he got me my feeding tube, he got me the central line, he's making sure I get the treatment that I need. And I appreciate that because very few of my doctors have been like that so far. So first it was just my stomach, and then it spread down to my intestines that we were able to find out. I got sent to Mayo Clinic recently, and they did a bunch more tests. There's so many of them. And they diagnosed me with both pelvic floor dyssynergia, which means the muscles in my pelvic floor don't know how to work together to let any stool out, and also global dysmotility, meaning my entire GI system is slow. And then he told me that my GI system is essentially so slow that I should consider IV nutrition because it's not really worth using my stomach or intestines at all. So I got my central line placed just like last week. I think it was about a week ago. And I'm going to be getting fluids through it as soon as my insurance comes through and gets me fluids. And then after we're going to try just fluids through here for a while. Heparin as well to make sure it doesn't clot. Saline flushes, all that. But we're going to try just like, it's called LR, lactated ringer fluids. And they have a little more electrolytes in them. So we're going to try that. And then we're going to try putting only formula through the feeding tube. No water, just formula. And seeing if I can sustain myself on that for a little bit, but we don't think that's going to be the case because over the past couple of months it's gotten more and more painful and nauseating. Honestly, it makes me feel really, really sick and just awful to put too much through the tube. And so I used to be able to tolerate 140 milliliters per hour, and now I can only do 20 max, and 20 is pushing it for me. So I've been pretty sick lately, but I like dancing, and so I'm just gonna keep on dancing until I die, pretty much. Yeah, that's my story. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will answer them.